But check, that's what we do. Majority of the time, we provoke him and grieve him. Lack of faith. Yesterday, what did we do? Lack of faith limits God.
Yes.
Double-mindedness limits God. Unbelief limits God. And then what? What's the last one? Lack of what? Prayer. She took notes. That's why it's good for you to come in and take notes. Let's go again. Lack of faith.
Yes.
Double-mindedness. Unbelief. Lack of prayer. All these things, if you don't do, it limits God to perform what he has to do for you. So, 41. They provoke, they grieve God, and then he said, yeah, they turned back and tempted God and limited the Holy One of Israel. Look at the kinds of things. They grieved him, they provoked him, they turned their back on him, they tempted him and limited him. Church, sitting here right now hearing me, some of you have done this many times.
Yes.
Turn your back on God. And one of the things that I didn't get to that limits God is the lack of remembrance. When you don't remember what God has done or what somebody has done for you, when you become very ungrateful, you limit God, because gratefulness opens the door for many other doors. Ungratefulness. And some of us, we have lived 40-something years, 50-something years, 18 years, 32 years. How many people live the age that you are right now? So as we pray, you have to be excited. You have to have joy in your heart, because whatever it is, your situation is better than a lot of people. Come on and shout, I hear you. I said you are more better than a lot of people. Come on and shout, I hear you. Still in the wilderness, still in the desert, but God is taking care of you. Amen. They turned their back and limited. Now that limited, you know what it means? They put God on trial. Because they wanted to test the truthfulness of his word. They didn't believe his word. So every time they wanted God to show them a sign before they believed the word. And that is what some of us do. We want God to show us before we now do it. But God does not work that way every time. Sometimes he wants to try, test you, and know if you are capable of handling what he has to release to you. If you are not capable of driving a tipper truck, you can't drive it. There are licenses for small cars and there are licenses for tipper trucks. If you have a small car license, you can't go and drive a tipper truck. You will die. So there are certain blessings God will release to you, because you can't take the temptation that comes with it. You have not invested in prayer so much that when the enemy and the attacks are coming, you are bold enough to stand in and pray, and you begin to complain. You will do all kinds of stuff, so God won't bless you with that blessing. Amen. So many times he looks at you, your heart, and he sees how involved you are, how prayerful you are, how the capacity of your weight. Amen. That is why passenger planes fly higher than private planes. Amen. They all fly, but not all of them go the altitude that has to go. Why? Because passenger planes have the capacity. Say, I have the capacity. Come on, do it. Say, I have the capacity. I have the weight to prevail, to endure in the name of Jesus. Come on, clap your hands and give him glory. You have to have the capacity. You have to have the ability to go higher. That is why eagles are the best, the strongest birds that have ever been created or lived. Because what kills other birds propels them to stay and go higher. The wind that will destroy a bird, a normal bird, that wind takes the eagle higher. Amen. So the things that will destroy others, for you, it will take you forward in the name of Jesus. What will kill others, for you, it will make you live in the name of Jesus. What will destroy people who don't have faith, because of your faith, it you begin to go forward. So people are complaining, but you say, everybody says it's not good, you say it's good. Everybody say it's not been well, you say it is well. Everybody say it has not been good lately, you said it is well with my soul. Oh, come on and shout it is well. Shout it is well. In the name of Jesus. Listen, when we continue to act like this in the presence of God, in the will of God, God sees and he says, no, you this guy, you have something that others don't have. I have the ability to open a door for you. I have the ability to do what others have not been able to take, and he gives that to you. Now, how many of you know, before we pray, how many of you know that anytime God allows you to go to the ground or fall, all right, because sometimes he will allow certain things to happen just to prove you and to test you. If you will turn your back on him, if you will limit him, if you will grieve him, because he says the heart is what? Deception and desperately wicked. So sometimes God will test you, try you, and sometimes even your own friends, you think they love you, God will allow those things to happen to you so you know who they are. If they will stand by you through thick and thin, or they will run because you are going through a difficult time. So the things that happen to us, it's not just, no, God is not there. God is there. He's alive and well. Hallelujah. So when he allows you to fall down, he does not bury you. He rather plants you. Amen. You didn't say amen to that. Amen. I said, when God allows you to fall, he does not bury you. The enemy will fall, let you fall, and he will bury you. Amen. God will allow you to fall, and he will plant you. Amen. When you plant something that you don't die, it will germinate. Amen. Whenever he allows you to go through the fire, he does not burn you. The 3 Hebrew boys were in the fire. Did they burn? No. The people who were putting them in there, did they burn? Yes. So, children of God, we don't burn. Say, I am unburnable. He does not allow you to burn. He rather refines you. Amen. When you go through the fire. And then when he allows you to go through the water, he does not drown you. Did Peter drown? No. Did Peter walk on the water? God was cleaning him out. Amen. Did the prophet Naaman go into the water? When he came back, was he refined? So whatever that you are going through, it is a blessing and not a curse. God will use that as a blessing and not a curse. If you use that as a limitation and you provoke him and you limit him, then that is your problem. That is not God's problem. But as for God, he can take the bad thing and turn it around for your good. Come on and shout, I believe. Otherwise, Joseph would not be put in the pit. When Joseph was put in the pit, God was preparing him to become a president. Amen. That's what God was doing. Even though he had to go to the pit, go to Potiphar's house, go to the prison, all those things. Some of us, the way we live is we are going through difficulty to difficulty. But let me tell you, your time is coming. Amen. There is a season for your time to come out. Because everything has an expiration date. And I tell you, your expiration date is coming in the name of Jesus. It will expire in the name of Jesus. Now, nothing. It says that heaven and earth shall pass away, but the word of God will never ever pass away. There is no expiration date. Come on and shout, I hear you. Quickly. They tempted and limited the Holy One of Israel. They limited his wisdom. They limited him to time. They limited him to a space. They limited him to their circumstances and the things that goes on around them. But God cannot be limited. Titus chapter 1 verse 2. He says that our God is not a liar. Has God lied before? No. But Bible says that it's impossible for God to lie. Amen. So they were rather liars. Many times we are liars. And we say, oh, God told me, God told me, God told me. God didn't tell you anything. No, it's true. God didn't tell you anything. God told me, oh, God told me to this, God told me. You listen, God does not talk just like that. God is not a talkative. You know what I'm saying? God does not just talk. He does not talk and gossip like how we do. No. He does not do that. He takes his time, because when he says it, he has to perform it. Immediately he says it, he has to perform it. And so let me tell you something about the sovereignty of God quickly. God is not sovereign until he has spoken. He is only sovereign when he has spoken. Because when he speaks, he can do whatever he wants with what he has spoken. Amen. And so God is sovereign, but after he has spoken, he will make it happen. Amen. That's it. It doesn't matter what man will do. Nobody can refrain God from what he has said about you. If God has said anything concerning you within this prayer convocation, it will happen in the name of Jesus. It will happen in the name of Jesus. So it says that they provoked him, and he delivered them, and they remembered not his hand, or the day when he delivered them from the enemy. They didn't remember. Do you remember what God has done for you? Please stand on your feet. If you remember,